paper is this?
Anglo.
Anglo Chinese, thanks. Okay, good. Let me just pop it side by side.
Some rule.
Yeah.
Some questions in
Mm.
this paper.
Mm.
Yeah, that I don't know how to do
Not like how many questions that you don't know how to do at all?
at all.
Mm.
Is quite a few.
Quite a few, okay. Like
Yes.
more than 5?
I think around 5.
Around 5.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I think this paper is supposed to be a hard paper lah. Do you know why?
No.
Because Anglo Chinese. Anglo Chinese is a very good school.
Yeah.
Mm.
My
So
brother goes there for basketball training.
wow, how come your brother go there for basketball training?
Because they have a basketball, like they have, my brother goes to a club,
Mm.
then the club train in
Mm.
ACS.
Okay. And your brother is P5, right?
P4.
P4 you start
Yeah, training.
training
Yeah,
already?
for DSA.
Or direct something ah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My mother want him to like DSA.
DSA to which school?
Hwa Chong.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Very
Because my
very stressful.
no, because my
Mm.
my brother's grade
Mm.
is okay, but my mother say like
Mm.
DSA is
Easier?
like yeah, it's like he don't need to find any more CCA.
Mm. But you know he's going to stress out a bit ah. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay.
It's not my problem if he's stressed.
Maybe it's your. Okay, good. So for this question, right? Uh okay, yeah. So for this question, right? So they use the, okay, I call this the small bracket. Okay, sorry. I call this the small bracket, and I call this the medium bracket, and I call this the large bracket or big bracket. Okay, so the priority is you do the small one first. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so for this question, the first step should be you open the bracket here, first arrow, second arrow, which you make a mistake here already. It should be plus, because this will give you minus 8c, and minus 2 minus d is plus 2d. This is a very common
So
mistake.
I thought it's like 2 times 4c, then 2
Mm.
times
Hmm?
2 times.
No, can you see the arrow? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So I always go back to the minus 2, right? Can you see? You always go back to minus 2. So first arrow, second arrow, right? Can you see? So that is usually the way I ask student to write. So if they have this, since this is a common mistake, right? That's why I ask the student. I say if you have a pencil, can you please just arrow in and arrow in. So when you do this question, you always know that minus 2 times 4c is minus 8c, and then now my second arrow is, can you see the second arrow come from the negative 2? So you will never miss out the negative 2. Okay, if you're still not sure, you can always underline, or you can use a pencil, you just circle the minus 2, so you know that you always come back to the minus 2. So therefore minus 2 times the minus d is plus 2d. Okay, the next step is similarly, first arrow, second arrow, third arrow, so you get minus 70. Come back to the minus,
Yeah.
minus minus
Plus
is plus, right?
yeah.
Then minus plus is
Minus.
minus. Yeah. So then you will get the you will get it right. Okay? So it's okay. So I just
Wait, Mr. Lu,
yes.
isn't it like I should calculate the numbers in the bracket first, and then
Yeah, okay. You can calculate it in the bracket first. Okay? But what I'm trying to say is, if you open the bracket, you should open it with the first arrow, second arrow, and third arrow.
okay.
Most likely you are talking about, hey, I have 7d and I have plus 2d. So in fact should be 9d first.
Yes.
You are right. But I was demonstrating. Hello. I was demonstrating the how you times in. Okay? So I in fact you are supposed to get the 7d plus the 2d, which is 9d, minus the 8c. So after that, then you just first arrow in, second arrow in,
Yes.
okay? So that's how you get the answer also. Okay? But you make a mistake at the first step already, so
Yes.
it's wrong throughout.
Yeah.
Okay, so good. So I will just record it. I mean, not record. I mean, I will just capture this. I will put it. You know, I have the mistake list,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So it's. I will compound. I will just continue to compound. Okay. So some are from you, some are from my other students, some are from. So hopefully, less is from you lah, huh? More is from others, huh? Okay. So next is yeah. So this question, right? I just did this question just now. So you are supposed to do the square first. Then after that you do the times. You see, this is not once again. This is not divide. This is times.
Yeah.
So your sign is wrong.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the answer is correct because I just did this just now. Okay.
Yeah,
Next
forgot to
question.
change the sign.
Yes, you need to change the sign. Okay. Next. This one is very important because you're not supposed to have the equal sign because we are doing inequality.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you divide by negative number on both side, right?
Yeah.
You need to switch the sign.
Yes.
Therefore you get. So you're not supposed to have the equal sign only.
Yes.
Okay? Okay, you're not supposed to have the equal sign because we are doing inequality. So you remember to switch the sign, which is good. Okay? Question 4. Okay. So if I think I have talked about this. How do you get LCM and HCF?
Yes.
So tip 1 for LCM is all available
Number. Like.
factors.
Yes. Yes.
And then for the power is highest.
Yes.
Right? So that's the fastest way to get the LCM. Okay, so you get it right. Okay, I just talk about this. So for this one, right, then hence what's the M?
Mr. Low, he said giving your answer as a product of a prime factor.
Yep, so it should be here.
It's like add to like times together.
Hold on, it's product or prime factor product so should be times. You don't give the answer 12. You don't give the 3960. You give product.
Oh, okay.
Product means times.
Oh, okay.
So that means you stop at this. You don't give 12.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you don't give 3960. Okay, so you have to answer the question now.
Yeah.
Product means something times something lah.
Yeah. So you just don't need answer.
No need answer. Okay. Then what about the next question? You know how to do or you don't know how to do?
I don't know how to. I'm not sure.
Not sure. So it says like 72 must times something in order to get 660 to something.
Yes.
Okay? Very simple. What is 39? So the lowest common multiple is 3960, right?
Yeah.
3960. Okay?
Yeah.
3960 is so 660 times what give you 3960? 6, right?
Yes.
And then therefore 62 times what give you this 3960?
3960 divided by
72, which is
55.
yes. So the answer is 55
Oh.
because it says the 72 times the m will give you a multiple of 660. The smaller, actually the lowest common multiple is 3960.
Yes.
So therefore 3960 is here. So therefore m is equal to 55. They want the smallest m. Meaning, if I give you another question of similar fashion, so let's say if I give you 2 and I give you 6, what is the smallest m you times to the 2 so that is a multiple of 6? The smallest multiple of 6 is 6 times 1,
Yeah.
So therefore the m is
3.
3, right? Yeah. So basically, how to answer this question is you need to find the common or lowest common multiple. Then your 2 times the m will give you the LCM of 2 and 6. So similarly, 72 times m will give you the LCM of 72 and 660. So therefore, 72 times 55. Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's how you answer this question. So this question is quite simple, but this question is quite unusual. Like, I don't think you get asked this kind of question very often. So I think it's a very good question to clarify today. Okay? Good. Question 5. What's the answer?
A 5 I didn't. I think I don't know how to do.
You need to know how to do this kind of question. This kind of question is proportionality. Okay, I just talk
And
about
why
it just now.
proportionality?
Oh, proportionality is like 2p is, let's say 2 persons eat 4 bananas.
Yeah, then how many like two
So
people?
let's say 1p is how many? It's 2, right?
Yeah.
So proportionality means if your this is called head count. You head count you divide by 2, right? So the consumption also reduced by 2. Does it make sense? So if your head count, let's say your head count times 5 to 10p. So your consumption also times 5. So this is called proportionality. Does it make sense to you?
Yes.
So in fact proportionality is the simplest. I would say it's the simplest. So the question is 8p 2 hours can give you some toys, 10 toys. Now in 2 hours, right? 10p can make how many toys? So can you see that for this, okay, basically for this question, right, you have p, you have toys, and then you have hours.
Yeah.
So I call these hours, toys, people, right? These 3, right, I call them the 3 parameters that you can play with. So when you have 3 parameters, can you see that you are given the hour is the same, right? Okay, so this one is the same.
Yes.
This one is different.
Yeah.
The head count is different. And then this is the question mark. So for 3 parameter question, okay, generally for your level is 3 parameters. Okay, you only can find the question mark if you have one different parameter. If you have 4 hours here, so that means this is also different, right?
Yeah.
This is also different. So the hours is different, then the people is also different. So you have 2 different parameter, then you need to introduce another step. Later I'm going to show you. Later I'm going to show you. But for this one, it's the same. 2 hours. So this is the same. So when the hours is the same, and then you only have one different, simple. The head count increased by how much?
2.
A factor of 没有啦 8 to 10. Not plus 2. I mean a factor of, factor means times or divide. So you times a what, then you get 10. So you use 10 divided by 8. If it's a mixed number, give me a mixed number. If it's a decimal number, give me a decimal number.
Wait. 1 and 1 over 1.
Okay, 1 and 1 quarter. So your head count increased by 1 and 1 quarter.
Yes.
By a factor of 1 and 1 quarter. So do you think your this, I call this the output also increased by the same factor?
Yes.
Then you times the 1 and 1 quarter. So as the how many number of toys? 12.5, right? Yeah, 12.5. Does it make sense? So for 3 parameters proportionality question, you need to have one different only. Then you can do it. If you have 2 different, then you have to like
But
do an extra
what
set.
if like Mr. Lu just now for that question, right? If the people and the toys changed, why didn't the time change?
Now hold on first. It's not the time change, it's that now they give you, it can change. It can change. If I give you 4 hours and they ask you 12 people, how many times? It can change. So the hours is different, right? Right?
Yes.
The people also different, right?
Yeah.
So how many parameters are different here? You have 2 different parameters, right?
Yes.
Can you do? Cannot. But you need to therefore you need to introduce a intermediate step. You need to introduce a intermediate step. Meaning what? Meaning you have to fix the people or you fix the time to make sure that it's the same. So let me fix the people and I ask how many toys. In since the people is the same already, this one can be 4 hours. So now the question I ask myself is people is the same, hour times 2 time, right?
Yeah.
So the output will be
Times 2.
yes. So you introduce this intermediate step. So you got 20, right?
Yes.
Then now it's easy already. People is different, right?
Yes.
Time is the same. Okay, then can do. So people increase by how many times? Times 1.5, right?
Yes.
So the toy also increase by?
1.5.
Correct. So 20 times 1.5, 30.
Yeah. 30.
Okay? So you can introduce an intermediate step. Because when you have two different parameters, you can't do. So you introduce the intermediate step. Okay? So now I'm going to give you a different question.
To add one step to make
Yeah,
it
to give an
easier.
intermediate step so that you don't have to do two different parameters. You always do one and one. So I'm going to give you a question now. 12 machines. 2 hours. 100 paper cranes. Then now I have 8 machines to get 200 paper cranes. How many hours? Okay, yeah, try it on your own first. You must be able to do this question now. Very common. So do you think you need to introduce an intermediate step for this question?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, you need to introduce.
6 hours.
Okay, your answer is 6. I don't know. Let's do it together. Okay, so the intermediate step is you fix the machine the same or you fix the paper crane.
And you fix the paper crane.
Okay, so basically I asked myself 100 paper crane, right? How many hour? Because the question asked for how many hours. So fix the 100, then ask how many hours. So this one must be the 8 machines. So output is the same.
Oh no, I put the machine the same.
Okay, put the machine aside. Okay,
paper
okay,
the
yeah.
difference.
Never mind. Can. So paper different means 200, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So then for 12 machine, right? Okay, good. So over here, can you see that the output is times 2?
Yes.
So the time taken also must
Times 2.
times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4 hours, right?
Yes.
Then good. Then now you just need to compare here. So the machine is go down by divide by 1.5,
3
right?
over 2. Yeah. 1.
Yeah, divide, right?
Yes.
So if your machine come down, so in a way your time need to go up to compensate for the
Yes.
shortage, right? Therefore over here is times, not divide. Therefore you get 6. Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So in fact, yeah, this is the thing. So you need to really know that when machine comes down, so you need to
The hour must
yeah,
go up.
hour must go up to compensate for that shortage. So you need to know which one is actually times and which one is divide. Okay, like manpower shortage, in order to produce the same output, you need to increase the time, right? Make sense? So that's how you do this question. Okay, so can you solve this question? The 8, can you see?
I can't see.
Okay, then I just increase the size. Can see by now?
Um.
This one.
Yes.
Did I ask you to do any question from here?
No.
Okay, let me
This
take a
is
look.
the new one.
Let me
This
take a
is
look. 1B. Okay, let me take a look. Okay, good. Thanks. So what's the answer?
Wait. 95.
Correct. Yep. I did this question just now with the other students. So okay, the next question is to simplify this. So basically, this you need to convert it to
Yeah.
where is it?
It's at another page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you need to simplify this.
Oh, of the simplified.
Yeah. So ratio must be in simplest form and no unit. No unit. So you cannot have a unit.
Okay.
So in a way, you do the LCM and HCF to get this into simplest form.
9 to 5
Yeah.
to 12.
Correct. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So for this question, you are wrong. This one 6B, because you are supposed to use the factorization method, which you did not. They ask you to hence. Hence means use above. So you take 63 times 100 minus 63 times 99. We talk about this common factor 63, take out, so you left with 100 minus 99. Then this one will give you 1, so 63 times 1 is 63. That's the way to do this question. You realize?
Yes.
You realize this? We talked about this last time?
Yes.
Yeah, so they are linked. When it's hence, you must use the factorization above. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, so we talk about this. So hopefully, I think this is the more than second time we talk about it. So next time if this appears again, hopefully you get it right.
Okay.
Okay? Next. This question I think is very easy, but you have to write down the reasons.
Is it correct?
Okay, this is opposite. Yep, very good. 72, 72. This one I think is 167. Yes, good. But you have to write down the reasons. So the 180 minus the 85, you did not write down the reason. What's this reason?
I don't know what is the reason called.
So basically you're talking about, maybe you're talking about this one.
Yeah.
This is called angles on a straight line. Angles on a straight line. So you have to remember this, because they say state your reasons clearly. So you are already in set 1, so you are expected. So set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4, you are expected to write down the reasons. Then this 180 minus, right? So basically you take, that means this is called, let's say this is 1, this is 2, so angle 1 plus angle 2 plus 72 is 180. This is called angle sum of a triangle. Okay? And then 还有吗？没有了，没有了。Okay? So that's how you get all the angles up. Okay? So can you write it somewhere so the next time you get to revise this? Okay, then you know the CFZ, right? I think we talked about it last week, right?
CF.
So the C is our internal angle. Can you see this inside?
Yes, an external angle.
No, there was no external angle. This is parallel. Then the Z leh,
Is it opposite?
opposite is the X, which is this.
Is
Can you see this is one side, this is the other side is called alternate ALT. Did you copy it somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then you have the F. Can you see they are at the same place?
Yes.
So this is your corresponding CORR dot angle. Yeah. Okay? And you are supposed to remember all these reasons. And you need to write it down next time. One, two, three, four, five.
Okay.
Good. Next. This one evaluate. So basically they want to see you do it without the calculator. Okay?
I died using doing that.
You use calculator, is it?
No, I didn't use.
Okay, good. Let me see.
I used calculator. Which one is that?
Yeah, here. Okay.
I used calculator
So
for that.
you look like you have used the calculator, but you are not supposed to. Okay, so let's do it together. So you have negative 0.5 plus 5, so this will end up with 4.5 above.
Yeah.
Okay, so 4.5, just leave it first. So I'm going to do the below one. So it's 1 minus 1 over. So this is 3 over 12. This is 8 over 12.
Why?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it's
Then
three.
you end up with this. This will end up with negative 5 over 12.
Yes.
So you 1 over this is flip it. So it's 12 over 5 minus. So 1 minus 1 minus 1 plus.
Why is it? Why do you turn it?
Huh?
Why do you like flip it?
Because 1 over 1 over means 1 divide When you 1 divide is 1 times the flip
Oh.
Yeah. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get 1 plus this. So this is 5 over 5. So it's 17 over 5. Below. Okay? So 4.5. Divide. Okay, so I want to get this into the 9 over 2.
Yeah.
Divide this means times flip it.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's 45 over 34. Then is 1, 34, 1, 1. Yeah. Okay? You can use your calculator and double check this answer. So this question, right? So basically they want you to do it manually, and then you can use your calculator to double check.
So how do you calculate 4.5 so fast?
Huh? I thought minus 0.5 plus 5.
No, but like for the 4.5, how do you?
5 minus 0.5.
No, but how do you turn it to 9 over 2 so quickly?
Oh, so it's 4 over. It's 4.5 then.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. By the way, it takes time now. It takes time. So next. Okay, question 9. Okay, question 9, the answer is negative 3. Correct. But you never give the C there. What's the C? 什么叫 huh? I'm talking about, you see, they find the equation there. So equation means y equals to mx plus c. You only find the m, which is negative 3. What's your c then? What's the y-intercept for this case? You skip this question.
Oh.
Yeah. So what's the y-intercept for this case?
The y-intercept.
Yeah. Because they want you to find the c also, ma.
What is the c?
Y-intercept.
The c is the y-intercept.
Yeah.
Wait.
So basically you have your m. So your job is to find c now.
Yes. C equals.
You just sub in the value. So you sub in 0 here. Then you get 1 here. So 0 times anything is 0. So c equals to 1.
Why
Okay.
do you sub in the 0?
No? Because this point they are on this straight line, ma.
So I also can sub in the 9.
You can also sub in this also. But what is so special about the y-intercept? What is so special about the y-intercept every time?
Intercept is because there's a dot in like the line that will be like a cross.
This point, right?
Yes.
This point is always the 0, comma something.
Yes.
Yeah, lor. So that's why I sub in the 0, 1.
Then you'll be 1
1 for the c, lor. Yeah, 1 for the y as well. So therefore c equals to 1. So therefore the answer for this is y equals to m is -3, c is 1. So this is the correct answer.
Let me write it down somewhere.
Yeah.
Then I'll forget very easily.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Instead of for this kind, like you write it down, right? Then you post it back to the
Sub in, right?
the box, the thing, right? No, like after you finished telling me this thing, right? Then where can I go back to find it?
Oh, you mean all these answers?
Yeah.
Oh, actually okay, never mind. You look at it, right? Okay, this is about. So this is about file management. So inside your this folder, right, you will see your past homework. But your past homework, right, is only your answer. There is no comment one.
Yeah.
There is no comment.
Yeah.
Okay, just show you just one example. There was no comment, right?
Yeah.
So in a way, right? So but you know that this lesson is recorded.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can easily come to here. So I think I send you the link, which is sec 1. Okay, so there are other videos also, okay, but you can choose to ignore, or but you can choose to watch as well. So your video is EX. Okay, can you see? So can you see EX?
Yes.
Yeah, can you see the date as well? So let's say you come on okay, so you can just take a look at this. Okay, so EX part 1, EX part 2. So part 1 means first half. Then this is second half. I think you can even see that this, yeah, so basically you just like 4th June, let's say 4th June, which set of homework. So let's say we can take a look at it. Yeah.
So I just go to YouTube. Then
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Examples to elaborate what I mean by these two technical terms.
Yeah.
Okay. So next time
Yeah.
when you see this, you
Understand? So all are recorded,
Okay.
and you just pick the EX.
Okay.
Understand?
Yes.
The one with EX. Okay, and especially of course you look at the date first. So the date that you come, and then you just look for the date plus EX. Okay, good. Okay, can next. So it says that the square has the parameter. So so in a way you can get the s times s is 484. So you square root this, then you will get what? Let me launch. Where's the thing? 没有啊 okay. So change. Which question? Here. So it's 22, right? So the side is 22. So the perimeter of a square is 22 times 4, right?
Yes.
So it's 88. So therefore 88 is the circumference of the circle. So how do you find the circumference of the circle? 2 pi r, right? So divide by 2 pi. So you divide by pi, okay, also can. Then you need to divide by 2 again, right?
Yes.
You see one, okay, you flip it already, you must put times already. Seems like this is your common mistake. You already flip it, you must change the divide to times. You make the same mistake just now. Even though it does not affect your answer, but strictly speaking, you are wrong. Because once you flip it upside down, right?
It'll be times.
Yeah, once you flip it up and down, you need to change it to times already.
Yeah.
Must remember this. Then the answer is 14, correct? Okay, so 14 is correct. This one, the P, where's P? P is 2, good. Then a single fraction, let me see. Yeah, this one you can simplify. Can you?
Cannot.
Now, let me double check. Maybe cannot, but I'll double check your.
Mr. Lu, for
Yes.
that question, right?
Which this one?
No. The,
Above?
yeah, question.
Above
10
10 to this one, yeah.
Minus 1 over 4.
Yeah.
Do I have to put the bracket?
You put a bracket, it will still be the same thing.
Or like
Let's say you put a bracket, right?
Yeah.
So you open the bracket, you only open one.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
So do I have to put a bracket?
You put, actually, it's a good practice to put a bracket. Okay? Because this time it does not affect, but next time it's going to affect. So it's better err on the side of caution, like just put the bracket. Okay? So ultimately, let me just double check. I cannot remember. I think you make a mistake. Minus 8k plus 6 would be minus 2k. Minus 8k plus 6k. If you use the calculator, should be minus 2k.
Minus 2k.
Not minus 14. Right?
Yes.
Okay? So it should be 7 minus 2k, then 12. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay? You make a
I thought it was
very
8k
silly mistake.
plus 6k.
You know why students tend to make this mistake? This is a very common mistake. That's the reason why I keep asking students, okay, let's say you get this, right? Okay, to underline similar term. So this one is, okay? So once you reach this step, right, your next move is not to use your brain. Your next move is to go and use the calculator. Just punch 16 minus 3 minus 6, get the answer. The next step is going to punch calculator minus 8 and plus 6. Don't use your brain. Your brain will play tricks on you.
But sometimes we cannot use calculator. Like the first paper, this
Yeah.
paper cannot use calculator.
Then the more you should tell yourself is minus 8 plus 6. Yeah. Okay? So if you are allowed to use calculator, make full use of the calculator.
Yeah.
Okay? Minimize using your brain. Even for myself, I always ask you to help me key in the numbers and get the answers. Right? Okay? Okay, so for the simple interest, right, do you know the formula of simple interest and compound interest, which you need to learn soon?
Simple interest
And compound interest.
what's the difference?
Yes, so have you learned?
No.
Like let's say you deposit some money and then in the bank, and then okay, we talk about simple interest. Simple interest versus compound interest. Okay, so generally, let's say $1,000, which is you can call it the deposit lah, or you can call it the principal. Principal means the money you put in at first. Okay, then I cannot remember whether it's principal or PAL. Never mind, let me double check. Is it PAL? Yeah, it's PAL, not PLE. Okay, so then let's say you want to put it for the rest. Okay, so this is the deposit. So 3 years time. and then there must be an interest rate. Let's say 2% per year. Okay, so how do you do this question? Okay, let's start with the simple interest first. So for 3 years, so first year, second year, third year. Okay, first year, 1 year is 2%. So $1,000 times 2%, that will be $20. That's for the first year. Second year, same thing. 1,000, 2%, $20. Right? Third year, same thing. Because it says 2% per year, right? So it's 2% per year. So in fact, 3 year the interest add up, the interest add up to $60. This is the interest. So if you are asked to find out how much you can get back at the end, so it's $1,000
minus $20.
plus the $60. That is how much you can get back.
Why?
Oh, but okay, this one you deposit, you not take loan. You not take loan. It's not loan. Well, I'm not talking about loan. This is called deposit. Deposit means you put money in. You put money in, you receive less. That means negative interest already.
So if you deposit the money into the bank,
Yeah.
they'll give you extra money.
Yes, if it's positive interest.
Why?
Because you give me money. I need to give you an interest. If not, okay, let's say just like you give $1,000 to me, at the end of 3 years I give you back $1,000. Why I want you to give? Why I want to give you my money?
So that'll be like no.
So some interest. Okay, so this is the that's why soon you will encounter this scenario. So generally you put money into the bank, right, in Singapore. Maybe these days is negligible. Negligible is too little already. Maybe like 0.5%. I don't know, but they should give you some interest because you give them money. You give them money, they can use the money for all kinds of business. So in a way, right, they want to attract you to give more deposit, so they need to give you some interest to attract you to deposit money to them. You understand? So let's say DBS, UOB, OCBC, they want to fight for the deposits. They want to fight for more deposits, right? So each bank will want to give you more interest to attract more deposit. So maybe DBS, maybe they want to give 2%. Then OCBC later want to give 2.1%. Then later UOB want to attract more, they want to give 2.2. So those who give 2.2 definitely attract more deposits. Make sense or not? Because you receive more money at the end of the time. It depends, can be 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So for this example, if you give $1,000 deposit, each year is 2%, so you calculate each year, total is $60. So at the end of the third year, you get 1,000 plus 60, so you get back $1,060. Does it?
So little.
No, does it make sense or not?
Yes, it makes
Okay, so it makes sense, it's good. Of course, it is little because you put only $1,000. You put $1 million, it's a different scenario already.
Yeah.
Okay, so just understand this first. Okay, this is simple interest. Okay, so compound interest. So it's the same scenario, but compound interest. You don't know, you put money inside the bank give you a little bit interest.
No.
Okay, never mind. Now you know. Okay, good. So
I know that you put your money into the bank, you have to give them interest.
no leh. No leh, no such thing leh. That one is called negative interest.
I thought it's like last time I learned in primary school,
Okay.
that you have like some interest, like you put the money inside.
Hold on, that means you are telling me whatever money you put inside the bank, let's say you put $100, so tomorrow your money is less. That means they steal money from you.
No.
Then
But you have to add more money inside.
you have to add more money. Let's say you add, okay, total up is 10K.
Yeah.
Then you will get back 10K. You will not get back like 9K. If you get back 9K, that means they still take 1K from you already.
But you have like 7% interest.
What's that 7% interest?
Like you have to like the money you deposit, like
When you deposit.
Wait, what? Okay. I think it's a different question. Never mind.
That one is a loan. Like you don't put money, you take loan. Take loan means you
Yeah.
borrow money.
Yeah.
You borrow money, you need to give them back more.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, what? You deposit money to the bank, in a way, bank borrow money from you. You
So
understand?
you get money.
You get back more. Bank borrow money from you. You lend them money, so you get back more. So the bank lend you money, you need to give them more. They get back more. Okay? So for compound interest. For compound interest is slightly different. First year, what's the interest rate? 2%, right?
Yeah.
So it's 1,000 times the 2%. So it's $20, right?
Yes.
Good. This is first year. But the second year, because it's compound, the second year never start with 1,000. The second year start with
1,020.
correct, of 2%. So can you help me out? This calculator. So this is compound interest.
$20
Mm.
40
$20.40. Okay, then the third year will be 1020 plus 20.4. So it's 1040.4 times 2% equal. This is a time.
Let me. $20 81 cents.
Okay, 81 now. Okay, so the interest after 3 years is, can you add these 3 up? 61.21.
Yes.
61.21. So you start with 1,000, right? So 1,000 plus the 61.21, so it's 1061.21. Yeah. So compared to the simple interest, is more lah. Quite negligible because you start with 1,000. But that's the difference between compound interest and simple interest. Okay? So there are accounts that they will give compound interest. There are accounts that they will give simple interest. So when you go to the bank, you need to ask whether it's simple interest or compound interest.
Compound interest is more worth it.
Yeah, it's more worth it because it's small ma.
Yeah.
For the same amount of money, for the same tenure. Tenure means the same duration. Okay?
So do you ask for it or do you give it to you?
Okay, first thing first, do you know why compound interest is small? Because can you see the interest will add
To
to the starting sum next year.
Yes.
Okay? But at the end
It's still the same.
no,
It's like,
at the end you still take the total interest plus the deposit. Okay? You don't go and take the 1040.4 plus the 61. Okay? This one is for you to calculate the interest. Okay? Okay, can? Okay, yeah. So
do you get to choose?
okay, of course for the bank, so for the benefit of the bank, for the from the interest of the bank, right? Generally they will want you to take the SI because they give you less ma.
Yeah.
So generally they give you SI. So choose means they will tell you, oh yes, we have compound interest, but that is a different product. That one you need to read the fine prints. Fine prints you need to read the details. Understand? So generally it's the SI. Okay? Simple interest. Okay? So for this question then, with this understanding, then can you solve this question?
I
They say
solved it.
they say 15 months how
15 months, then the next 3 months don't need to count.
Need the next 3 months consider instead of 1 year, instead times 1. So how many year? What 15 months how many year?
1 year, 3 months.
1 and 1 quarter.
Yeah.
So instead of times 1, you times 1 and 1 quarter in the year. So in a way, first year is 3500 times the interest rate is 4%, right?
Yes.
Per annum is per year lah. So what is the answer here?
Wait, let me see.
Yeah.
Where
Oh, I think I have it here. Okay, 140. 140. 哈，这么多咩？$14 is it?
No, I put 4,000.
Okay, double check.
Is it?
3500 times 4%. Just key in the percentage into the calculator. Let the calculator settle for you.
140.
Okay, so yeah, 140. So now this is 3 months. This is simple interest. So you take 3500 times the 4%. So instead of 1 year, you times the 1 quarter. So what's the interest? So 140 times 1 quarter. Lor. You can put on the sofa. $140 divided by 4 or 140 times 1 quarter.
35.
35. So you add up the total interest is
100.
175. But what they ask total amount. So start with 3500 plus the 175. So that's the total amount.
He has to pay.
Not pay, get back. Get back. I deposit 3500 for 15 months.
But he didn't deposit. He took.
Or borrow borrow. Okay, then borrow means he has to pay lor. Yep.
He has to pay once 175.
Yep. Yes.
Interest.
No, he has to pay. Oh yeah. Okay, so the interest need to be paid is 175.
Yeah.
So include the 3500. So he has to pay the total.
3675.
Yeah, 3675. Yes. So basically, all you need to do is the total is always interest plus the deposit or the original sum. Understand? So you always, how do you find a total? Original sum plus the interest. The interest is calculated by this way. Okay, split it year by year. Okay. Then digital TV, so it's 920 divided by 80%. That's the first step. 对 Then for this one is 225. 等一下 I think you are wrong.
Yeah, I got
So 1150 you times the 30%, which is this. Okay. How do you do question B? What's the right way to think of question B? So 1150 is the original price. Recently Adidas had a sale. Okay? So the sale detail was 40% off regular items.
So it's a
Okay.
regular item times 40%.
Yeah. Then they say additional 20% off for outlet clearance items. Okay? So how do we do this question? So let's say you go to go to Adidas. Do you wear Adidas shoes or something?
No.
Do you want to buy an Adidas shoe or something?
Maybe.
Okay, let's just do a simple calculation since we are talking about the Adidas shoes.
They're not the upload.
Okay, good. Just choose a. Okay, by the way, this is an outlet.
Yeah.
Outlet means the clearance sale. So let's say you like this pair. This pair is start 240. Okay, 240. So for 240, you get a 40% off first. So this is 100%, right?
Yeah.
So 40% off. So basically you get the 60%, right?
Yeah.
So 240 is 100%. So 60 is how much?
$144.
144. Okay, good. Okay, so it's 144. Then now we are buying the outlet clearance item, right?
Yeah.
So we have an additional 20%. A lot of students, right, they say, hey, 40%, then 20% off, then total that means I get a 60% off. Is it correct or not? No, no, this is not the way to think about it. This is quite misleading. Okay? So what is the true discount? How do you get that? You get because you get the 144. Okay?
That's another 20%.
You get the 100%. Then is this is the ADD, this is the additional 20% off.
Yeah.
So in a way, right, you get 100% 144, 80% is how much? So 80% of 144. 150 and 20 cents. Okay? So the true discount is 240 minus the 115.2 divided by 240. So what's the true discount? I think it's 50 plus.
$0.52.
Yeah, so it's 52%. So the true discount is 52%. So get back to the question just now. The question just now is 1150. First is 30%, right? So this is 100%. Then 30% off. So you get the 70% first. So what's the 70%?
$805.
70% of this.
Yes.
So it's 850.
805.
805, good. And now you need to get the 805 to 100%. You get a 5 ADD additional 5% off, right? So that means you get the 95% of the 805.
Yeah.
So what's that? So that is the final price.
$764.75.
Okay, good. So if they ask for the true discount, what was the selling price of it was during the clearance sale? Did you get this one?
No, I got too fast.
Okay, so wrong.
It is supposed to be 1150 minus the 345.
Yeah, 对 minus actually I don't like to do the 30% off. I just know that okay 30% off means I just calculate the 70%.
Yes.
Additional 5% off, I just get the 95% of the 70%. Okay? Yeah. So that's the right way to think of this kind of question now. This one plus this one. Unless they ask you for the discount, then you give them the number lah. If not, just jump straight to the 70% or jump straight to the 95%.
Yes.
Okay? Good. Yeah. Construct.
Prof, I never do because I don't have. I need to buy.
Yeah, you need to buy that one.
Yeah,
Huh?
because
Yeah.
I don't. I thought I bought it during PSLE, but I don't know where is it.
Oh, okay. Never mind. So
I didn't do it.
so please get it because I think yeah, this question
I think it's very. It's
should
very
come out already. Let me
It's
see.
not yet. We are doing red now.
You're doing what?
Red.
What's that?
It's like.
Rate. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I know what's rate. Maybe you need to do it here lah.
Yeah.
Chapter 10. Yeah. So soon now.
Yeah.
You are doing rate already, you see? Chapter 9, next chapter already. So get ready the 2 set now. Never mind lah, just buy first or next time you can pass on to your brother. Or unless you tell me, oh I lost it again. That's always the case. Yeah, that's always the case. Okay?
I don't know how to do the first question. I don't know how to get the answer. I don't know how to get the answer.
Oh, by the way, for this paper, right, for this set of paper, only 1 hour is allowed. Eh?
Yeah.
If you use more, that means not right already.
Yeah, I time myself.
Time.
Usually I'll use 1 hour to do.
Okay, so maybe we can take a break first. We take a break first, then come back, then we will do the paper 2. Okay? Yep, can. Yeah.